Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Um, huh. I thought it'd be cool to change the background. Let me see how you like. Yeah, just kind of like a red silk. Excuse me. I used it before. Now, as you know, sometime I get that little creative streak and I'm working on something and I can't stop. So we'll see how you like it later. I do have a video, actually two videos that I'll share with you. I hope, you know what? One of them, I'm not sure I have the courage to share it with you. I mean, it's just as low as a well digger's behind. So, oh man. So, yeah, I'm not sure that I really want to share it with you, although I really want to share it with you. But do I really, really want to share it with you? We'll see if I can build up the nerves while we're going here. But I'm telling you, Liz Truss is the gift that just keeps giving. Um, Let me see here. She's very goth. You know what I mean? She's very goth. She reminds me of those kids that used to wear um well, of course we're in the morning period, so of course she's wearing black, but yeah, she has a very goth vibe about her and I'm loving it. um not not exactly the English people that I see on the travel brochures, that's for certain. But okay, okay, let me stop because I'm still looking at stuff here. And hmm well, oh no. Okay, okay, okay. Huh. What? Okay, I gotta share this with you. I gotta share this. Like, see, all the way up to the last minute, I keep seeing stuff, but okay. And then after this, nothing else. I'm coming over to the live. Gonna say hello to a few people, and I'm gonna stop looking at this other stuff. Oh, that's shady. Oh, that's shady. Okay, one more thing. Oh, oh, okay, okay. All right, I'm done. I'm done, you guys. I'm coming over. Hey, after this one more thing. Trevor Noah was so good yesterday. I hope you guys saw him. I can't really share it with you today, but yeah, it was clever. All right, so who do we have over here? Sorry about that. Connie Balmer. Connie, I hope you get some good rest. Hello, Raven. Rochelle Baldreau. Hope Ray Quell, uh, V. Thomas, Pam Porter, Marjorie, Rosa Roberts, Gerda Sifrin, Sonia Johnson, Ginger Lily, H. Knight, Deborah Debbie, hello, Anastasia Isabella, Verda Sanchez, hello to Sherry Ware, Alma Andrews, Black Queen, Gwendolyn Daniels, Faith Hope Love, Kim Coates. Oh, Lydia must be working today. She'll sneak out when she can. Annie Bennett, unless there's like someone who works with Lydia that might also be a squatty. Um, she probably won't. No, I'm just kidding. She's a grown woman. She can do what she wants to. Hello, Judy Rigo. Um, Betty Glenn. Hi. Okay, so that's it. Oh, Karen. Hi, Karen. Elaine Parker. All right. Very cool. Okay. Oh, so I'm getting a Connie Balmer. So I'm getting a Baron. Thank you so much, Kathy Gabby. I really appreciate that. Okay. All right. I think we're good. I think we're good. All right. That is very good. Lydia Washington, now I see you up there. There you go. Cool. Excellent. All right. So I'm going to scroll all the way back to the bottom here. TCC Sun, hi. All right. So, let me see. All right. I tell you what, guys, I'll start with this one because won't it won't take us or away from anything there was before. And thank you. Love you, Baron. Keep up the great work. Smooches. We're all right. Mwah. Smooches to you too. Thank you so much. Um This one is just fun, but it's not exactly my best work. But okay, I'm being modest, but it's just fun because it reminds me of the past week. As you know, one of the royals, actually, well, two of them have been having issues with their pins, right? And anyway, it seems like today they didn't want to take any chances. So you can see the first couple events where they had issues with the pins, and then you'll see how they resolve the issue today. All right, so here you go.
It's 12. Oh God, in the wrong date. 13.
You started at 12:30.
Oh God, I hate this.
Oh, the scope of that. So nobody got wrong.
Where is that?
No, no, it's over.
This bloody thing. What they do is every stinking time.
Okay, so as you can see, they're not taking any chances. Chuck brought his own pin. Oh God, I hate this. Oh, it's running every. But did you see that woman's face? Did you see her face? Where is that? Uh, this woman back here. You know what I did? I zoomed in so you guys could really see her reaction. Uh, I love her. She's trying not to laugh, but I mean, notice her eyes were avoiding that direction until Charles left. Oh man. But you guys, I have something even shadier. And let me get through some stuff. If I forget the other video, please remind me. Oh, by the way, Diaz and David is app thank you so much for the Cash App. I just noticed that. Thank you very much. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. But okay, okay, I'll save the shadier video for later. It's the one I wasn't sure about it, but we'll see how it goes. Um, okay, I know I'm teasing you guys, but like I said, when they go low, what do? We go, well, y'all do what you want to do. I know what I do. But okay. All right, all right, all right. I'll stop teasing. I'll stop teasing. All right, let me get some stuff and then we'll look at the other video. Let me see here. Okay. Oh, V Thomas wants to say hi to a bunch of people. Speaking of VEE was on last night. Oh my God, she was so good. She was so good. Did you see? Oh gosh, what is? You know what? I forgot the name of the podcast. They're kind of running together on me. Let me see. Let me see. It's something Sussex, I think. Sussex Squad. Yeah. What? Duh. How could I forget Sussex Squad podcast? Yeah. Anyway, she was very, very good last night. I really, really enjoyed it. So, if you guys, I did leave the link for those of you that were on Royal Sussex. So hopefully you all went over to watch it. If not, if you still have the link, make sure you do because she's just good. She's just good. Um, hopefully you all went over to watch it. If not, if you still have the link, make sure you do because. Oh, okay. I'm hearing my voice from the other screen. There we go. Thank you, Elaine Parker. Thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. And happy Friday to you, TGIF. Okay, let me keep this going before you guys think I'm just sitting here stalling. So, one of the unintended consequences that has been happening all for like, since the Queen died, people are asking questions, and I mean pedo questions. You know how I say pedo is like the prosecutor, right? But it's amazing when you turn on CNN, and CNN is pedo. When CNN turns into pedo, then you know there's something going on. So calls are growing in South Africa for Britain's royal family to return world's largest known clear-cut diamond in the wake of Queen Elizabeth II's death. A royal gift or stolen gem calls for the UK to return 500 carat Great Star. Wasn't it called the Great Star of Africa? Um, yeah, I think that was the name of it. That was considered the largest clear cut diamond in the world. And I believe was this the one where they broke it into several pieces and the queen was wearing two of the pieces as a brooch, and then this one went into the scepter, and yeah, I think it was just those three pieces. When the diamond was first brought to the UK to it was presented as a gift to Queen Victoria, if I'm correct. And when people were going to the Great Exhibition or whatever it was to see it, people remarked that it didn't look that good. They were like, ugh, it's just a big lump. So Albert had it cut, and I believe they referred to it as granny chips because of the multiple pieces that were left over from that largest clear cut diamond in the world. And I'm just doing this off the top of my head, but I think that's the right one. I hope I'm not confusing it with the other diamond that they stole from that child in India. But and then made him come to England to present it to his empress, to the queen himself, Victoria. They told him, okay, you're getting on that boat, you're going to England, and you will present the gift yourself. And so, yeah, it was a way to humiliate this child, and so questions are being asked. People are bringing up a lot of history that otherwise the queen was shielded and protected from all these years. And I have to tell you, this just absolutely fascinates me. Jacqueline Davies, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex, and happy Friday to you. So, hats off to CNN, and among others, because you have to give it to MSNBC not to be left behind. But just yesterday, I showed you where they were. Oh gosh, what was that story yesterday? Big Mama, hey Big Mama, Barron told a troll to keep Megan's name out of her mouth before I before a bee flies in there and sting her tongue, and she tried to say I was threatening. I told her no, I wasn't wishing. I think she blew a gasket. Big Mama, weren't you? Did you say to me that you were in Facebook jail recently? Now, as much as I would love to bail you out, um, we'll see how much it costs. All right, we'll see how much it costs. We'll pass the hat on that one because I appreciate you taking one for the team. I really appreciate you taking one for the team. Um, I was like that during the last presidential election. I got in trouble myself. As you know, one of my favorite things was to take their profile picture and turn them into things like pigs or dogs. And this one who had these long braids, I still don't know whether it was a man or a woman. I I turned them into the Land O'Lakes lady. I got the picture. I have to show it to you one day. But anyway, they were pretty cross with me after I did that. So that was my favorite thing to do. And sometimes I could work so fast, um, altering their photos. And then if I was lucky, if they didn't have the right privacy setting, I would pop it into their timeline on their Facebook. So I just want you to know, even though I'm trying to pretend like I'm so above the fray, trust me when I say this, I was nothing nice on Facebook during the last presidential election. I showed you guys that picture of that lady that I turned into a pig that time. Oh my God. I don't mind showing it to you because number one, it was in the public domain. And number two, she shouldn't have been meddling. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna show it to you right now. Let me see if I can find it. I know it's like right there. Oh my gosh. And she was trying to pull this little face, I guess trying to be fun and spontaneous for her friends. Oh, well, she paid the price. Let me see. Oh, there she is. There she is. Oh my God, I gotta show you this. Um, so uh yeah, that's what you get for messing around. I'm old school, what could I say? And then I put it on her timeline. Okay. All right. All right. Now, you guys don't judge me, but she shouldn't have been messing with me. She had said some disparaging things, and I took exception to it. And anyway, now she got what she asked for. Hmm. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. I'll show you the one that I did for the last president too. Such a nasty man. I did that after he said something about Hillary Clinton I didn't like. Okay, so without further ado, let me grab that and I'll show it to you. Y'all don't judge me. Please don't judge me. I was doing it for our future president. So yeah, she had that funny face on her Facebook, and I decided, oh, Oh, you trying to be funny, huh? Huh? You trying to be funny, huh? I'll fix that with a here and a there. Here, here, there. There you go. So anyway, I think she got the message, and she blocked me from her Facebook, so that way I couldn't go on there anymore. Yeah, and she used a few. If I recall, I think she used a few racial epitaphs to describe me. But yeah, well, and she was having fun with that picture, and I'm just like, what is that I see, huh? Huh? What am I looking at here? Okay, I know. Took me all of 10 minutes to do that. So anyway, and then of course, when somebody referred to Hillary Rodham Clinton as that nasty woman, I got to thinking, well, you're just such a nasty man. So I took care of him. There you go. Leave Hillary Clinton alone. I think he got the message. All right. So let me get back over here and move on now that you guys Lynn, please promise me you won't judge me because of that. They shouldn't have been doing what they did. So I just wanted to humble them a bit. Now, the other thing that is happening, okay, so on the one hand, we got people finally openly and also should I say well, it's not like they've never had those topics before. But again, as I said, like a couple of days ago, maybe 3 days ago, I'm amazed that at this time, before the Queen has even been properly interred at the um, St. George Chapel, the conversations that people are having is just amazing to me, especially on network television. I mean, just casually throwing around words like colonizer and transatlantic slave trade and the royal family, they're counting their money um and and they are confronting the tabloid media. Now, if you ask me, they're still not doing enough. I don't know what would ever be I guess, appropriate for my liking, but they're doing something. And the racism against the Duchess of Sussex, and of course, okay, let me tell you something. So I I had sworn myself off of Australian television, and I'm trying to think who was on and oh. Let me see. Oh, yes, yes, yes. It's the guy from Newsweek, Jack Royston. So I had never actually heard Jack Royston's voice before. I take it he's English. So Jack Royston, who always does the royal reports for the Newsweek, it was on Australian television, and dare I say, in a very tepid and not so vigorous way, he was very defensive, or should I say, he defended the Sussexes. Now, I don't think that he went far enough, but again, guys, he was on Australian television, and some of the things that he said to them was actually, I guess, making a case against them, and so he couldn't say as much. I don't even know that he has it in him because sometimes his columns can be rather disappointing. And then sometimes it's just like, okay, he's not fair to the extent that I would really take stock in what he's saying, but he's getting there. He's getting there, and maybe, maybe he'll take that march in that direction. I hope. Well, like Megan said, at least I thought it would be fair. Hopefully, he can at least be fair. So, that being said, he said some things, and it was more or less like the things that he was that the prince has done. The two hosts that he was speaking to, I'm just like, you two are the worst of the worst. You two are the worst of the worst. But that little dance where they won't say the obvious. So, okay, number one, they spoke about the walkabout. And I just wish somebody would say, hey, yes, Megan appeared a bit unsure. But when you consider you leave your house for what you thought would be, I don't know, 5 days of travel, and now you find out that you have left your kids at home in the care of likely their grandmother, and you'll probably have to stay for 2 weeks. And then, of course, there's the question, should I go and Harry stays, or should Harry go and I'll stay, or should we bring the kids over? We don't know exactly what decision that they made, but when Megan was out there on that walkabout, this is someone who has received the worst possible threats, worse than anyone in that family ever has. And also, your children are what, maybe 5,000 miles away? And no one seems to mention that when they say, oh, well, she looked this way or that way, or she looked unsure. Her kids are not with her. At least at that point, I do not believe the kids were there. And with everything else that's going on, I'm in a country filled with hostile people. Um, not all, not even most, but enough. I'm 5,000 miles away from home. I'm calling off these work dates that I set up, even though the fall is supposed to be my big rollout. And then on top of that, I have two of the most evil people in the family who have made my life a living hell. How come they just don't point that out? I mean, it's not that um, complicated. It's not that complicated. And first and foremost, she's a human being. That is so frustrating to me that they ignore those things that are so obvious. So while I give Jack credit for saying the things that he said in that very controlled environment where you have producers on earpieces telling the host the things to say, um, he was able to at least bring some balance to it, but just not enough. So, um, okay, so it says here, I don't know this magazine, The New Current. Um, the continued public racist abuse toward Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, is truly cruel, vicious, and vindictive. Most cruelly is the silence from Buckingham Palace, who continues their code of silence and refusal to support the Duchess's care and mental well being. Hashtag men's health. Huh. Okay. I don't know if that article was from Men's Health or if it was from the New Current. I don't even know what the New Current is, but I grabbed this screenshot because it really speaks to the moment about how the Sussexes are finally being heard. And it's such a shame that they weren't listening earlier because I'm on board with this. Okay, we need to keep the focus on Queen. And I don't mind doing that because when we keep the focus on the Queen, guess what we're focusing on? Diamonds, resources, the transatlantic slave trade. That's what we're focusing on. We're So, as you can see, either way, the truth is coming out. I just wasn't expecting all of this to happen so fast. But this is like a real crossroads for history right now, and we're witnessing it real time. Okay, so Cookies and Cream says, I hope when the Sussexes get home, they go on a serious suing spree, hit them deep in their pockets with massive lawsuits. And by the way, you guys, I did watch that video from James O'Brien. I did not realize that there was a longer version of it where he really, really dug in. And I was just like, wow. As a matter of fact, I'm going to make sure that I add the link to the community tab. He really, really dug in. What I heard before that was only probably the 2 minutes, 20 seconds that is allowed on Twitter. I didn't know that there was so much more to it. I'm like, James O'Brien. It was so incredible that I had to share it with a few people in my life that are not squatties, but at least they're Sussex sympathizers. And that's a good start for me. So I had to share it because it was just so well thought out. And he really kind of creeps up with, the 1-2 punch. So, wow, James O'Brien, that was awesome. That was so awesome. Thank you, Cookies and Cream. Wow. Oh, that's not for me. Kids Indoors says, oh, that's not for me. And Shirley Slaughter says, Baron, I was surprised to learn that Australia is so racist. But then again, I didn't know much about the country. Well, all right. So this is what I do know. People in Australia are usually very fit and they have great teeth. But other than that, um, there was, I watch a lot of travel bloggers and stuff, but I haven't watched quite so many of them lately. But the one woman who is African American who has traveled the world solo, right? She said when she went there that being an outsider, she didn't encounter any type of situations that made her uncomfortable. However, nobody ever mistook her as being an Aboriginal, or I think the term they use now is First Nation. Is that the term? Anyway, she said that when this person, who was obviously a non-European, walked into the room, that suddenly everybody's posture seemed to change. There seemed to be a grunt and a grimace that overtook a few people, and it was just like a very organic type of visceral reaction that startled her. And she said she just kind of looked and didn't say anything, but it was like, oh, yeah, that's it. So, what I find most often traveling myself, like for instance, I was most nervous about going to Eastern Europe. Um, and when I went to Eastern Europe, I definitely stood out because there weren't as many Black people there at the time. And so I really stood out, but there were Black people just the same. I mean, we're everywhere. And so that was where I was like a little more alert about my situation. And I don't recall having any like anything that made me uncomfortable. So cool. But as a Black person from the US, I cannot leave my Blackness at home. It goes with me and it informs my decision about when and where to go. And so when this lady told me, well, not told me that, but she mentioned it on her travel blog, she said that it was very clear to her that everything was not exactly as it had appeared up until that point. So I guess I should get to the main point that I'm making. When you're from outside of a country, people are not threatened by you because they know you're not there to stay. You're just here to take pictures, try the food, and see a few landmarks, and then you're gone. But for the people that are permanently there, whether they're immigrants or born there, and you don't necessarily have to be black or Asian or anything like that. But if you are in that minority group, there's a good chance that you will see that country in a way that is so different from me. Just like when I travel through certain states in the United States, when I if I drive through a state, there's some states where I'm more nervous about being there than others. And I would imagine that it's the same thing for expats that travel abroad and find themselves there for a while, or for people who were born there or first or second generation, they may see things differently. So, I guess to your point, it's what I've always heard. Actually, I won't say that. I think within the past 10 years, I've heard more and more about that, and that it can be a pretty tough place to be for a person of color. So, thank you so much for your comment. But at the same time, there are a lot of talented actors that come from there that are some of my favorites. And I think maybe one or two of them have used improper pronouns to describe people of color, only because that was the only thing they had ever known. And aside from that, there's I guess an element of that any place you go, where there's going to be people who hopefully are in the minority. I hope that are racially intolerant. So, okay, thank you so much, Shirley Saw. That was a good question that you or state thing that you said. Okay, I am probably getting real. Okay, let me see. I need to scoot along here. Dr. Barron, King Charles needs to come out and say something. Well, family's head needs to speak out, and they are not. They really don't care what you just said there. Exquisite Caribbean Queen, if he would do that, if he would do that, people would look at him the same way they did the day that he helped Doria, or, I guess, showed kindness to Doria at the St. George Chapel. If he would do that, he would do himself a huge favor. But the likelihood, he's still very establishment, and he is not very self-aware, and he doesn't know how to read the room. So I hope he would do that, not just for his sake, but just because it's the right thing to do. But I'm not going to hold out for it, because I don't think that he has good judgment with some things. Audrey Teschner, thank you for the super sticker, and thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex, and happy Friday to you. Cookies and Cream says Jack Royston from Newsweek isn't trustworthy. He used to write nothing but hit pieces on Meghan. He still writes subtle hit pieces on Meghan and Harry. I've noticed that there's always a certain tone that makes me uncomfortable. That's why I say he's marching in that direction, but he's just not there yet. And maybe one day he will, see the light, which won't really, you know, make him that trustworthy. But it would. I think he would do himself a favor. Again, as I said with Charles, he would do himself a favor. He won't convince most people, because if you were able to use that language before, there's no reason to suspect that the tiger has changed his stripes, or the leopard has changed his spots. So you know, uh, but he's writing for, I guess, an American audience with the Newsweek, and so he's just being a chameleon, just like a lot of the royal commentators. They have a different tone when they get on an American network compared to when they have the comfort of being on Australian television or on English television. So Thank you for your comments, Cookie and Cream. Let me see here. Let me see. Myra says, Baron, yesterday I went to James O'Brien and read some of his 1,500 comments, and most of them, 97% were favorable to Harry and Meghan. Myra, I didn't think to do that. That's pretty awesome. Thanks for doing that and sharing it with us. Okay. Uh, Alpia McBrown, thank you so much. Baron, God richly bless you for all your hard work. Thank you. Thank you for that. And thank you for the super chat. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. Thank you, Verda Sanchez. We need this. Father God in heaven, shield is around Harry, Prince Harry, I should say, and Princess Meghan, and doubly Princess Meghan. Um, God got them, and I have faith in this. I believe in this, and I pray for this. And sweet baby Jesus' name. Thank you so much, Berta Sanchez. Yeah, I think we will all feel better. You know, we can lower our shoulders and exhale whenever they do get back home. But oh boy, am I frustrated because I know Megan had like this big rollout planned for the fall, and it will continue. And it's just, oh, what can I say? It's unfortunate that that things got distracted like this, but it's not over. Let me see. This is an example of a. Let me see. Uh huh. Uh oh. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh boy. uh. Well. I was thinking about changing. Now, see, this is one of them days when you really ought to leave well enough alone. Uh, I was thinking about making this banner larger, but maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should just leave it alone. Oh, let me see. I hope I didn't just do something. Oh Lord, let me see what I just did. Okay. You know how everybody else has that rounded bubble shape one? Well, I wanted my uh I wanted mine rounded too. Okay. Oh, I've never used this before. Let me try this. Let me try this. Huh. Did that do anything? Hey, y'all. Hey, look at that. Look what I just did. I don't like it. Okay, let me take that off. And I don't like it. Okay. It's too distracting. I don't like it. My eyes are gonna start doing something weird. So I don't like it too much. I can't see what I got up there now. Okay. But that's cool. I may have to use that one day. I mean, just to say I did. Um, Rosin Gatewood, you want to become a member? Did I give you the link for that yesterday? Let me see. Okay. Oh, that's not for me, right? All right. And why is that up there? Wait. I don't want that. Is that going to stay there when I don't need it? Oh, see you guys. Why did you all let me bother with stuff? Oh, man. Uh-oh. Oh, Lord. What did I just do? Okay. Whew. Okay, I got a little nervous there. All right, all right. You know what? I'm going to leave that alone and experiment with that later. How about that? I picked the most unfortunate time to get curious, didn't I? All right, here. Pam Porter says, I feel a need to stand in the breach for Meghan and Harry. They both have the courage of a lion. Meghan is in the belly of the beast, and I will not let them see her sweat. That's a queen. Absolutely, Pam Porter. Absolutely. We are ride or die over here. Uh, it's blurry. Well, this photo is well, it's that photo. Now, let's get shady, shall we? So, this photo, one of the squatties had this on the Twitter, had this on the Twitter, and I was just like, wow. I noticed that she was a bit shiny, but I didn't think the day was really so hot, or it should have been hot in that hall, but maybe it was. But she looked a little shiny, like, maybe she had got a little work done. That ain't nobody business but hers. But I saw this too. Meghan is the oldest person in this photo. What? Really? But I thought that Kate was younger than her. Wow. Wow. Ain't that something? Oh, well, ain't nobody's business but hers. I'm just sharing this in public for the sake of public interest, just like the media. It's just for the sake of public interest, just to let y'all know that Meghan is the older one in this photo. But well, anyway, I'm just saying. All right, next. And there's this pursed lips. I mean, both of them seem to have this tick with their mouths nowadays. And yes, the queen is deceased and life will never be the same for them. But it just seems as though when you are going through something like this, especially this, that one might, how do we say it, lean toward your partner. That's not happening. That's not happening. And people have noticed that the Sussexes, like for instance, as I told you guys, sometimes I spend some time with my aunt, and she called me last night and she said, "Oh, I saw the nicest thing on the news today." She said they were leaving the Queen and they were holding hands. I said, "Who?" She said, "Meghan Harry." She said, "I thought that was really sweet." Well, again, she's not really a squatty, but she is a sympathizer. And if she noticed that, I'm sure a lot of people noticed it. So, how do you have that with this big contrast from the tabloid media and on the social media where people are just so hostile about it and they're asking, oh, can't they stop touching each other? And why do they always look at each other? When the real question is, how come these two never seem to have any connection? And that was the other thing my aunt said. She said those other two. Now, mind you, I did not prompt this conversation, and we don't talk a lot about Meghan and Harry, but it was just what she noticed on the evening news. And I told her, I said, well, that's interesting that you noticed that because the Sussexes were roundly criticized for comforting each other, whereas these two, they pretend like they don't notice that they almost seem like a couple of strangers waiting for a bus or train. So I'm just saying this to let you guys know that people notice. People notice. That's a good thing you just said there, Audrey Teschner. I wonder if I have been putting a star on people. The last time I accidentally touched one of those stars, I think I sent Anna Espinosa to the other side of the moon, the dark side of the moon or something. So I have to be really careful. But if you could see the way that the screen is set up, I don't think that this screen is very user friendly. The StreamYard, it's a couple of things here that are so close to each other that they are just bound to cause mistakes to happen. And if it were up to me, I would change it. But, there's an engineer, not a real person, that designs stuff like this or some little tiki or whatever. And they don't see things the way a baby boomer sees it. Like, for instance, when you buy the old Lincoln Town car, they got the big fat knobs and the very user friendly buttons and stuff like that. Everything is old school because they know you need it. You need to see it, so the buttons are large and pronounced. And the gear shift looks like you could like snatch it off and beat somebody silly with it. But that's what we need. So, all right. So, why did I do this one twice? All right. So, anyway, I feel obliged to share stuff like this since they seem to go out of their way to manipulate Megan's photo, try to make her look dark under the eyes and angle her face and all that kind of stuff. They have no, and this was, did I hear that? People magazine to receive a call from Meghan's lawyer. The September issue is completed with slander. Uh, they made it appear as if Meghan's speech at One Young World and the interview with the cut was together. They also altered her picture to make her appear devilish, sinister. Yeah. So when they go low, I just start pointing out stuff too. I do. I just start pointing out stuff too. Sorry. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know I'm better than that. And then there's this. Someone please get Meghan Markle away from these Disney villains. But this is the royal family. This is the royal family. I don't know what's going on with those people. You could always just dismiss it and say, well, the queen just died. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. But again, what is going on with that family right now? Especially, let me, well, you know what? I'll talk about her later, Ford Fiesta. Okay, so I'm going to talk about this first, and then I think Ford Fiesta is a little bits away. So let me take a sip of water before I continue. I'm going to look at a few of your comments before I leave that completely. Okay, before I take a complete step away from that, jacuzzi. Jacuzzi, where are you, Jacuzzi? I just saw that. People magazine has old Chucky on the cover. Just saw it with other rags. Okay, okay. Let me go ahead. Let me see if it's time to show you all that other video since you said old Chucky. I want to take a peek and see what I got coming up first. Yeah, you know what? Jacuzzi, they owe you because you saying old Chucky has given me an idea. I'll show you the other video. Oh boy. Well, I'm not proud of myself. As I say with a sinister laugh, I'm not proud of myself. But let me get it going here. Okay. So, as you know, the King Charles III and his emotional support, Camilla, the Queen consort, Queen Camilla, they were booed in Cardiff, Wales today. But even on a smaller scale, there were some people who were not enamored with their presence, and you'll see right now. Well, like I say, old royals can be scary. I know. Oh my gosh. I was having too much fun with that this morning. I'm just like, I got to get ready for my program. But yeah, old royals are a bit scary. The evidence is clear. They are the stuff of nightmares. They are the stuff of nightmares. Oh, that poor girl. What were they thinking? And could you hear the very faint mama, mama? Oh man. And Charles acting like he don't know what's scaring her. Well, it won't be long before um, these two have that similar effect on people. It won't be long. Okay, so that was my other little project this morning. Now, right here it says Mariah Carey on the 25th anniversary of Butterfly and bonding with Meghan Markle and Prince. I guess, yeah, the singer Prince. So I haven't had a chance to see that one yet, but I just want you guys to know that it is out there. Yeah, came out yesterday. And then right here, Variety has Mariah Carey on being a guest on Meghan Markle's podcast. The podcast with Meghan, I felt, was an important moment and one that I truly enjoyed. There are so many misconceptions about her and about me, and you can't even realize how many misconceptions. What I love about this is that for the fans of Mariah Carey who don't really know so much about the Duchess of Sussex, this will give them an opportunity to hear the Duchess in her own voice because this is going to tell even more people, hey, there's a podcast out there with uh, Mariah and Meghan. So that will bring in some new people, as well as the fact that I, as well as so many other squatties, who didn't know much about Mariah Carey, we have had our eyes open, and I'm just like, huh, she got some juice. She is, she got street cred. She has some real street cred. So, I'm liking it. I promise you, I was not, I loved her music, but I just didn't follow her like that. So now I will. Now I will. As a matter of fact, I subscribe. Not subscribe. Well, subscribe. Yeah. Well, I follow her on Twitter. That's what I'm trying to say. Is now I follow Mimi on Twitter. So thank you, archetypes. You have opened some new doors for me. Okay, and Big Mama says, Baron, if the squad went to war with the haters and tabloids, we would win hand down. It is so easy to get into their heads. They can dish it out, but they can't take it. I approve. Well, I tell you what, and where that doesn't work, you know what I'm capable of. If I could just get their profile pictures. If I could just get their profile pictures, I promise you, I will turn them all into barnyard animals and just get me just get me the profile picture and I will do the rest. I promise I will. Okay, so that name that I avoid saying uh is condemning the return to public life. Uh Yeah, and you know what? I didn't get a chance to see this one either, but I shall. But I'm assuming it has to do with that person who they paid the money out to. And so make sure you look for that one. And then there's this. The Mirror yesterday, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle held hands. Was that yesterday or 2 days ago? Held hands as they supported each other. Harry and Meghan stand out as they hold hands at the moving service for Queen. And yeah, so this very tender moment had been exploited by the haters and turned into something, just awful and tacky. But I have confidence that most people has seen through that filter of hate. I'm very confident about that. And then of course, this photo bothers me. And at first I had only seen Ford Fiesta, but I am very sure just not so clear, but I'm very sure that Edwina is likely doing the same. But I don't get Ford Fiesta. I really don't. What is her beef? What is her beef? Megan is not the one that really badmouthed the family at all. I don't think she badmouthed the family, but we have unimpeachable proof that Ford Fiesta has said the nastiest, filthiest things and got caught on tape. And as for her career, as what was she supposed to have, a PR firm or something like that? She was an abysmal failure. So what's your beef with the Duchess of Sussex? I just don't get it. But she seems to have that resting Wessex face, like Meghan has done something to her. And if it's the class thing, I think that Ford Fiesta was like what was her what is she, the shopkeeper's daughter, or the delivery man, or door-to-door vacuum cleaner, I'm sorry, Hoover salesman? I mean, she doesn't have such a great pedigree herself, but yet she seems to have it in for Meghan. I just don't get it. And then of course, when I noticed that when they were in the car together, that she seemed to, I don't know, lean forward or something as though she couldn't wait to get out the car, or, what's your deal? What is your deal? I mean, if you think that Megan is going to try to jump in one of those blue jumpsuits and go strutting around looking like Skipper on Gilligan's Island, you could forget that. She's not interested in that. So I don't know. But every time I study this photo and I look at her and I'm just like trying to figure out, is this that same face from Westminster Abbey in 2020? I don't know. Pam Porter says Ford Fiesta was no aristocrat or member of the landed gentry. Absolutely not, she wasn't. I think her father, and no disrespect to the shopkeepers or whatever he was, but I think he just had a very basic working class position. Her mother, I don't know that she worked at all. And I don't know, maybe that runs in the family because she doesn't do anything either. But I don't know. Maybe I can't think of anything, but she just seems to. And you know what? It takes someone from outside of the family to be the one that is most hostile. You know what I mean? Just like what's her name? Um, that poverty-stricken Princess Marie, whatever, Marie Christine. Anyway, you all know her best as Princess Michael of Kent, which, by the way, did you all see her hobbling in there? Princess Michael of Kent, between her and her husband, both of them are like the walking wounded. All those years of shadiness took a toll on them. I'm telling you, it took a toll on them. And I have no sympathy for either one of them because they are. Oh, you know what? Let me stop because I don't know about Prince Michael of Kent. I know he's been capable of some shady deals, but Princess Michael of Kent is just plain shady. She's the one that, oh man, I saw an interview where she said the worst possible stuff about Princess Diana, including, oh, she had no education and her mother ran away. I mean, she's a member of the family, dead or alive. She's a member of the family. And she was just on this one documentary saying some horrendous stuff about her, like she was trying to settle a score. And this is after Princess Diana died mysteriously in that tunnel in France. Okay. But yeah, so it's pretty crappy family, but I don't get this one right here. I don't get her. All luster out of the body, and then you look at like the, yeah. Oh man. I hope Prince Charles does not give them a pink slip as well. Kents are older, and with the Queen gone, the protection may be. Well, yeah, you know what? They weren't paying any rent. They had that grace and favor at Kensington Palace, and then eventually everybody had to pay rent. That wasn't a working royal, I guess, or whatever. And they ended up selling their country home. I think the Kents, Prince Michael and the Duke of Kent, I think both brothers had their country homes. And I think that Prince Michael of Kent, no, the Duke of Kent, I think he only just sold his country property. But I believe that the other Kents, they had to sell theirs a while ago because they they weren't paying any rent and they're not really making money like they used to, especially since people are more watchful. So um shady though, shady, especially Princess Michael of Kent. Okay, what do we have here? Alan Vernon says they're mad because after Harry and Meghan left, they had to do some real work, and she was leaning forward in the car because she knew what side the camera. Oh, yeah, she knew what side the cameras would be on. You're right about that because if she wasn't leaning forward, who would see her? Let me see if I have those slides. Let me see if I still have those. That was from yesterday. Okay. Thank you so much, Alan Vernon, for the super chat. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, so, do I have that from yesterday? Hmm. 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 Trying to see if trying to see if I have the card pick from yesterday. If you guys weren't on here yesterday, you have no context for all of the photos that I just went through. Absolutely. Well, that's where I had my meltdown. And Mourn Hub, that's what they're going through in the UK right now, Mourn Hub. And and this is where there was a royal streaker. Remember the day the Queen forgave him after he ran past her Rolls Royce with the words "Rude Britannia" written on his backside. Rude Britannia. So anyway, I don't have that picture of them in the car. All right, let me take this away. I thought for sure I had it though. Let me try one more set of slides. I mean, I gotta have it. That's the 14th. Would it be here? Huh. Well, never mind. Oh, wait. That's Evil Santa. Yep, I don't have it. I don't have it handy. Never mind. I guess it wasn't that important anyway. 14th. But of course, you know how it is. Now I'm committed and I want to see it. Ha! There it is right there. So, Alan, you're genius. Take a look at that. It's just as you said it was. She's leaning forward and she is looking over to the. I'm through. I'm through. I'm through. Huh. That's exactly what's happening. She is leaning forward and she's looking over to the well, that's Britain, so that's the passenger side. Well, she's on the driver's side, and she is looking over. Alan Vernon, you are like a Sussex Squad detective, the Sussex Squad Detective Agency. You were totally right. You got it. That's exactly what happened. Huh. Well, oh, thank you so much, Doreen Campbell. Their heads are covered with oil and their lips are full and running. Oh, and cups are full and running over. Love you, Baron. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Let me see here. Okay, I'm scrolling. I got so far behind. Audrey Teschner. Wow, just as I got to the end. You said Meghan and Harry, love is a light shining. They can't dim. Can't wait till Monday. Really, they need to go home for inner peace. Audrey Teschner, amen. And thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. But yes, God, please let them get home safe and sound. And it's so frustrating to think that they just went over there to work and then they get stuck for 2 weeks. I cannot get that out of my mind. They're stuck over there in the viper's pit for 2 weeks. All right, and so then there's Liz Truss. Liz Truss. Liz Truss is just funny. So this is how it started, by the way. Liz Truss went to greet the new king as the prime minister, the one who was the last to see the queen, the last prime minister that ever saw the queen, probably the last visitor to see the queen. And then 2 days later, the queen was gone. Huh, serendipity? Possibly. I know, I know. So anyway, um oh, wait, how did I do that? Wait, wait, wait. Oh, okay, there we go. Please drop the membership link for those on iPads who Oh, is that what the thing is? Alright, I was wondering why there was a problem to get to the membership link, but yes, I could do that, that's easy. Let me see here. Membership. Well, it was easy until I thought about it. Now it's oh, I'm just kidding. I know how to do it. So I go to my home page, right? Right. I go to my home page. Nope, that ain't my home page. And then I go to memberships, right? And then I copy. Huh? Looking good, looking good. And then I paste. And if I talk myself through this, it might even happen. There we go. Okay. And then, just like a Cambridge, I'm going to peg it to the top of the chat. It has been pegged. Now peg it. Now peg it good. Bum, 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 bum. Now peg it good. Bum, 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 bum. Ooh, baby, baby. Boo, baby. Get up on boom. Dun, 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 dun. Now peg it good. Okay, now that that song is stuck in your heads, have a nice day. Oh, salt and pepper. Okay, all right. So enough of that. I know, I know, I know. Let me get back on topic here. So, oh, there we go. So Liz Truss, now she has this snazzy hat, and it looks part flying saucer, part fancier or whatever, but it is all about Liz Truss now. And as you can see here, it looks like somebody has given her a Pete Davidson makeover. That's actually the new hat on the left, and that's the curtsy picture on the right. So again, hat, curtsy, hat, curtsy, hat, and curtsy. But wait, you guys, because there's a couple more. And I realized I hadn't shared them with you. And I'm just like, how did I not share these? If you look on your left side there, Tony Blair, Tony Blair must be going through another midlife crisis because he is slowly turning into this demonic creature. And then, of course, they couldn't leave Liz Truss alone because she's morphing into, I don't know, the bride of Chucky or Chucky. I don't know where these people get these from, but as you know, these are not necessarily squatties, but I'm having fun with it. And then there's this. There's Charles. I think somebody did something to his hand there. That could not be his hand. That just cannot be his hand. And then the one in the middle, she kind of looks like the ghost of Anna Bates from she kind of looks like the ghost of Anna Bates from oh gosh, what is it? Downton Abbey. Yeah, because you know by now Anna Bates wouldn't be around anymore. But yeah, she kind of looks like the ghost of Anna Bates. Or is it Daisy? Daisy, Daisy, as Mrs. Patmore would say. Yes, Mrs. Patmore, Daisy. I mean, just oh, they say it's hard to get good help, right? And then somebody gave her bat wings, which it took me a while to notice. When I saw that last picture on the right, I was like, okay, so what's different? I didn't even notice the bat wings right away. It took me about I don't know, about 5, 10 minutes. And I was just like, I kept going back to it, like, huh? Oh, the bat wings, the bat wings. Okay, I get it. Oh man. But the plate with the sauce running off of it. Noreen, the plate with the sauce running off of it, that's the one that gets me. Now, mind you, I didn't do any of these. These were on Twitter. But of course, as I find them, I have to share them. And I sat on these for like 2 days. And I'm just like, wait a minute. They haven't seen these yet. But my favorite is the one with the plate. Like, anything else, sir? Lizzie, sir? And then number 10, redecorated in preparation for Liz Truss' arrival. Um, that is that very British sense of humor right there. I mean, you have to say that the British really do have a very wry sense of humor. And it's one of the reasons why I have been addicted to shows like Keeping Up Appearances. Oh gosh, what's the other? Are You Being Served? That's why, because they have a very wry sense of humor. Now, I won't say it, but I wonder what happened to that resident of number 10. You know, the one that Mrs. Slocum would ask people to feed. Remember that? She says, "Yes, this is Mrs. Slocum. Um, are you able to go over to my flat, open up the letterbox, and if you have a spare sardine, can you just throw it through the letterbox and feed my?" I would love to play that on the PA in some public institution. I would love to put that on the PA and play that like at a shopping mall or a grocery store. That is probably my favorite Mrs. Slocum. There is no way that you could get away with that on television nowadays. Oh man. All right. So next, and then of course, this was my start of Liz Truss. Liz Trust Fund, the trust fund or fund, Liz Trust Fund. I looked at her and I saw the children of the corn. That's it. My first take, my first glance was children of the corn. And then also I saw that someone had took license with the photo of the curtsy and he added the words to the Thriller in the caption for the tweet that he added. And so I put it together with a couple of other photos, and there you have it. Darkness falls across the land. The midnight hour is close at hand. Creatures crawl in search of blood to terrorize y'all's neighborhood. And that, of course, is from Thriller. That's that famous part from Vincent Price. And I think did Vincent Price win a Grammy for that little part of the Thriller song? I'm not sure, but I know he like became famous to a whole new generation of people because of that feature on the Thriller album. And then there's this troublemaker. So if you guys haven't seen that video where they take down uh oh gosh, what is her name? Angela Levin. If you guys haven't seen that video where they take down Angela Levin, this was one of the troublemakers. And if she looks like she just threw a rock and hit her hand, that's exactly what she did. She literally threw a rock and hit her hand. Um, hid her hand. During that confrontation, she whispered while Angela Levin was like, "You don't tell me." Well, anyway, she's like, she tweeted it. Oh man. I mean, what a bunch of backstabbers they are. They really are. There is no honor among royal reporters. And as much as I can't stand her, I mean, I do not like this. What is her name? Emily Andrews. I mean, I do not like her, but I have to tell you, that was so funny watching her sit there and conspire against Angela Levin. I mean, literally, like, okay, you know we could see you, right? She was literally sitting there conspiring against Angela Levin as though she would never know about it. And who knows, maybe she don't care or whatever, but oh my goodness. So this was one of her reactions while they had that confrontation, was like, "Oh dear, did I do that? Did I just say that? Did I say the quiet parts out loud?" Yes, you did. I know. I know. Wasn't that awesome? Wasn't that awesome? I couldn't believe it. I'm just like, and the two that piled up on her, they're just as bad. Although Angela Levin is more creative, you have to admit, even though what she says is so awful, I have to give her points for being creative. Angela Levin can make up the most bizarre stuff, and maybe they probably had cameras in their pockets. They probably brought their Netflix crew. How would you get your Netflix crew into Windsor Castle and nobody would notice? I don't know. You probably have to ask Angela Levin because she's the one who has the wild imagination. Um, but yeah, she said, "Well, maybe they had cameras in their pockets." Well, I don't know how to tell you this, troll, but they do have something called camera phones. I'm sorry, mobiles. They do have cameras on their mobiles. You don't have to hide it in your pocket. You just bring your phone with you. Duh. Oh man. That's why I say she's very creative. She's very creative. It's like she says it like they're gonna pull out the camera like Abraham Zapruder used in Dallas back in 1963. Like they're gonna make the Zapruder film. It's it's 2022 and Harry and Meghan are not Abraham Zapruder. Okay, got it. Oh man. All right. So let me see. And then there's this. I don't have a video to share with you guys, but Trevor, um, Trevor really went there, and he's been all over them without fail. Astonishing that this segment of The Daily Show did not air in the UK. It was entirely cut out. The British state is banning dissent and comment about Charles' inadequacies as a matter of policy. Isn't that scary? I don't know how you guys can see it, but it was banned. I don't know how you can see it, but it was banned. But he went there. He totally went there. And I, for one, um, have to say Trevor Noah really earned his supper with that one. So all I can say is you guys have to try to find it. But it was on his Comedy Central show, and he was on fire. Okay. And then there's Mike Tendo. Mike Tendo. Take a look at Mike Tendo. How did he get those medals, you ask? Played eyeball for England, married a royal, uh, called Harry that. And so that's how he earned his medals. From a locked account, but a valid question, Mike Tyndall is a former rugby professional with no military service. So, what are his medals for? Okay. And then here you have the Independent. They're saying, leave Harry and Meghan alone. They're holding hands for a reason, writes Jim Moore Journal, who I don't know who that person is, Jim Moore, but they're in love and they're grieving. When did all of this become? I mean, when did we all become such prudes? I don't know. Like I say, for some reason, when black people are involved, things tend to change. There's always something that changes. All right. And then, of course, you may ask, Baron, why do you keep calling her Zara the tongue ring Tyndall? Why do you keep calling her Zara the tongue ring Tyndall? Um, it was quite the scandal, but not so big. But it was quite the scandal when people realized that the Queen's granddaughter has a tongue ring. A tongue ring. Zara Tyndall has a tongue ring. And she was also banned from driving after speeding at 91 miles per hour. She has been banned from driving for 6 months. Of course, this was back in 2020, just before the pandemic. The Queen's granddaughter, Zara the tongue ring Tyndall, has been banned from driving for 6 months after she was caught speeding at 91 miles per hour in her Land Rover. Well, go figure. So, that's Afro Annie's daughter, and she was caught speeding. But I don't really care about that. I just do that in there to be shady. I just wanted to show you guys why I have referred to her as Zara, the tongue ring Tyndall. She does have a tongue ring, so nothing wrong with that. That's her business. But the Queen's granddaughter, Queen Elizabeth II's granddaughter, has a tongue ring. Oh, what a scandal! Hmm. Oh well. All right, you guys. That's it for today. That is all I have. I am going. Well, is it? Yes, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for joining us on Royal Sussex. I am still working on another video, which I want to post later. I actually worked on it last night, but I'm trying to get it just right. I wanted to strike the right note. So I do thank you all for being here. Let me see here. Miranda Rios, I haven't spoke to you in a while. When people in power start losing their power, when people start to question, that is when dissent is forbidden. They fear the masses waking up. Is that why they keep calling us woke? Huh, interesting. Black Queen says, Americans, please get to the polls and vote in November. Your freedom and even your life is at stake. Yes, I intend to vote by mail again. I've already registered. I got my card as a backup, but likely I'm going to vote by mail. Okay. Oh yes, thank you so much for that, Sherry Ware. Thank you very much, donors, which include, but not limited to, but it does include. Oh wow. Huh. Okay, all right, there we are. So thank you, Marcy Foreman, Elaine Parker, Jacqueline Davies, Alma Andrews, Alpia McBrown, Audrey Teschner. Let me see, Iris Demonia, 5-month membership, nice. Alan Vernon and Lydia Washington. Very cool. Was this a poem? Oh man, that is too funny. Okay. All right, thanks guys. And I will see you all tomorrow. Why do I think I'm forgetting something? The king wanted to be. Oh, okay. Thank you, Myra. Coco Ambrose, thank you. Queen Doria, protect the children while the Duke and Duchess are away. Deidre Mankey, yes, please, please protect those children. Okay, which reminds me, where are our queens? There we are. There is Queen Doria and Queen of Hearts, Princess Diana. Okay, thank you, thank you. All right. Hey, Deborah. What is that? Oh, really? You're gonna go see the Viola Davis movie? I hope it's very, very entertaining. It seems really great from the previews I've seen. Okay. Beverly Isidore says they better treat Prince Harry. Why do I keep doing that? Prince Harry and Meghan good because they are afraid to speak up about how they were treated for the Queen's funeral. Yeah, they better treat him right. They had better treat him right. But you know, the people are watching. People are watching. People are definitely watching. And even for their own survival, I'm telling you, they better straighten up and fly right. What she's scared of is coming back part time to interfere with a little bit of spotlight she has. Charles has to bring them out to cover the go for. Okay, Harry and Meghan coming back part time. Maybe that is what they're afraid of. Maybe that's what it is. Oh, 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 that person. Yeah, these were from yesterday. Scary, scary looking individual. Woo, get out of there. Get out. All right, you guys. Let's have a last comment for the day. Let's have a last comment for the day. Oh, I know what would be really appropriate right now. Let me see if I can find that one. Uh, let me see. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Get out. One more time. Get out. I tell you, when your family has that effect on people, time to get out of that family. Harry knew what to do. Okay, you guys. Last comment of the day is see a woman last night. It was oh, there we go. Mercedes Todd says, want to see the Woman King last night. Oh, you went to see the Woman King last night. It was great, great, great. Wow. Okay. Nice. Did you hear that, Deborah? Debbie? Great, great, great. Okay, the Unroyals and their racist minions keep pushing for Harry to stop his book and return back to that abominable, racist, corrupt, evil monarchy. Why in the world would they will he ever go back to that garbage? Yeah, they ain't got enough money. They ain't got enough money. The Sussexes wouldn't go back anyway. But if you want to compensate them for their earnings and potential for a lifetime, you'd have to start at $1 billion because they are on track to become billionaires. So, but even with that, they don't want that life. Nobody wants that, Harry said. Oh no, that's strange. And that link didn't work. Okay, I tell you what, I will put the link in the comment. Or did I put that in the comment section? That's strange. I don't know. I don't think I turned it off. I haven't done anything to it. I have to take another look at it. But check the comments later, and perhaps I will have a link there. I'll try anyway, because maybe I'm giving out the wrong link or something. Or something. Let me see. But when I click on that link, it does take me to, you know what? Let me try something else. Oh, well, nope, that didn't work. I don't know. Maybe if somebody who's not the content creator, one of the moderators posts the link on the page, maybe that'll help. Royal Sussex ships are a bargain at just $4.99. A real bargain, a bona fide bargain. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Charlotte. Hello, Charlotte. How are you? Okay, guys. I'm out of here. Last word of the day is thank you, Cookies and Cream. Everybody, please stay safe. Pray. Don't pig and hydrate. Oh man. Okay, so that's it. All right, Q Ginger Avenger. Q Ginge. Now, I'm making such a big fuss about voting, the right to vote, the sacred duty of voting, and it's everybody's responsibility to vote. So I'm trying to take a step, but I feel something irritating my foot. There's something sticking to the bottom of my foot. And I tried to slide and kick it off. And anyway, guess what it was? My voter registration card. My voter registration card. I am so serious, and it's such a sacred thing that every citizen must do that somehow I was actually walking on it. It was stuck to the bottom of my foot. I mean, my bare foot. So at this point, I am going to put it in a safe place, with all my important papers. And then on election day, I am going to take it to the poll. No, I'm just kidding. I'm voting by mail, but I just thought that was funny. I'm just like, what in the? Is my voter registration card stuck to the bottom of my foot? It was fused to all of that husk and dead skin. Okay, Joe, where you been? Oh yeah, they are all the same leopards. They are. And they frighten little kids. Don't forget that. They frighten kids. Kids are afraid of them. Let me see. Oh, that's a good question. Thriving with the Sussexes. Are you on here? Okay. Yes, please hit the like button or the dislike button. Feel free to hit that dislike button. Feel free to hit the like or the dislike. Okay. So you know what I'm gonna do? For those of you who don't have a way to hear that part of that little sample of the James O'Brien show, would you guys like to hear it now? Give me a thumbs up. Otherwise, I'm done, but I can help you out. I mean, the quality won't be great, but at least you can hear it. So give me a thumbs up if you haven't heard it and you want to hear it. All right, wait. Let me stop. I could just share that in the community tab. That's what I'll do. Matter of fact, I'll do it right now while I'm thinking about it. But wait a minute. Is that on Twitter? No, it's on YouTube. Yeah, so I could do that. Hope Garden, that's what. Oh, why don't I just put the link over here? Why am I not thinking today? Oh, man. Wait a minute. But was it YouTube or Twitter? It was YouTube. Okay, I could work this out. Give me just a second. I'll put the link over here, and then that way you could get the full quality and everything, and I don't have to be the middleman. Yeah, that makes more sense. Let me do that, and then you guys could hear it for yourself. James O'Brien. James O'Brien. Let me see here. That was from yesterday. Huh, that's interesting. How come I'm not seeing it? Oh, okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Just took me a minute to work it out.
And I mention that to another royal story because, as I explained at the top of the hour, I feel that my gears are malfunctioning when it comes to non-royal stuff at the moment.
Wow, I didn't know that that was 14 minutes long. Okay, I did not know that that was 14 minutes long. You know, I was so into everything that he was saying, I didn't notice that it was 14 minutes long. Wow. It must have really been impactful that that 14 minutes went by like that. So okay, there's the link, and I'm going to peg it to the top of the chat, and then you guys can watch it for yourselves. And then tomorrow, let's discuss it. Okay, that's me, and I'm going to peg it. Now peg it good. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Now peg good. Ooh, baby, baby. Okay, I did peg it, right? Is that my channel? Let me see. I want to go to the link and see if it takes you there. Yes, that's it. Perfect. Vicious, vile individuals complaining about Harry and Meghan holding hands. It's not just, he doesn't, I don't think he just limits the conversation about the hand holding, but he really goes in on the haters. So if you haven't seen it, I'm telling you, this is like some of his best. Oh, so that's the link right there. Let me see what happens when I click on that. No, I mean, oh, I got to go over here and do it. Okay, so I'm trying to click on that link. See what happens. Let me see. I typed YouTube Royal Sussex member and it took me there, but you have to join Google. Oh, is that what it is? You have to join Google. Well, Google and YouTube is one and the same. So um, Google does own YouTube. Okay, yes, that link did work. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, you guys, we are good. All 950 of you. I really appreciate y'all staying here to the very end. And Pam Porter says, thanks, Lydia. Thanks, mods. Always appreciate your diligence. Me too. Me too. Me three. Hi, Baron. The diamond the Queen stole was called the Star of India, and one from Africa was called the Blue Carbuncle. Really? The young royals still have both. Let me see. They're thieves and always have been. Okay, the Star of India and the Blue Carbuncle. Really? Okay. The Blue Carbuncle. That doesn't sound right. That sounds like, isn't a carbuncle something that shouldn't be there? Well, doesn't mean you shouldn't have it. Okay. Blue Carbuncle. All right. Is that like a typo? Blue Carbuncle? All right. Well, I guess that's the name of it then. Okay. Thank you, Veronica Quick. They stole jewels from India and Africa. Yeah. Yeah. Among other resources. Among other resources. Okay, guys. Love you. I am out of here. I am going to end broadcast. Thank you so much. And I will see you all very, very soon. And be careful who y'all enrage on Facebook. I never know how they might take it. Wee, wee. uh, who's sorry now? Okay. Cheers.